Morning everyone and welcome. How about us delivering on team match weather right off the bat? The 2024 BMW Gap Team Matches schedule is set and ready to be seen. I'm Marty Emino, Director of Communications here, along with Kirby Martin, our Director of Competitions. Kirby, good morning.
Morning, Marty.
Back from rule school, how'd that go?
Studied hard.
Getting ready for the season. So we are here to reveal the 2024 BMW Gap Team Match schedule for Division AA. As always, you can view gapgolf.org for a complete schedule and all things BMW Gap Team Matches. The BMW Gap Team Matches are the oldest and largest team golf competition in the country. It dates back to 1897, Gap's founding year, and has 5,000 competitors on a given week. Before we start though, there are two changes to the team matches we want you to all know about. First, if you remember week 2 last year, the skies opened up and drenched the area, forcing a significant amount of rescheduling and in some cases cancellations. So with that in mind, Gap instituted a new weather policy for 2024, and Kirby's here to tell you all about it. Kirby?
So this new policy allows us to cancel a given week. We have a system-wide, kind of gap-wide weather issue. We can cancel that week, and it provides some options of playoffs or tie-breaking methods if we get into that kind of situation where the committee decides we can't play in a given week. It also gives us a little more flexibility in localized weather issues, where if a match gets started and they can't finish, we can come back and start fresh. So it should be a little bit more flexible for the captains. Obviously, might keep us from playing in absolutely horrible conditions, and I think really works through the situation nicely.
As we all know, weather is always a part of the team match history, right? So
Good or bad.
yeah, good or bad. The second change really is an extension of the team match regionalization process that's been part of the competition for years. And Kirby, Division A now will see a little bit of that, right?
That's right, Marty. Division A is now regionalized, so everything, all of the divisions in the team matches outside of AA will be regionalized or are regionalized. We kind of got into that process on a deeper level, and the net effect is through 3 weeks of the team matches, we lose about 1,700 miles of travel time. So really a great thing, and we'll continue to work on that in the future.
Saving a little gas money for everybody, never a bad thing. Again, you can visit gapgolf.org for more information on those changes or for a complete schedule, obviously. All right, let's get started. That's what we're all here for. That's why we squeeze in some time in our work day. So here's the Division AA bracket. The overall winner of the team matches will be one of these 16 teams that we reveal. Division AA is comprised of 4 sections with 4 teams in each section. The winner of each section then qualifies for a playoff, a de facto 4th week, if you will. The winner of each section in that playoff will then send 3 members to each club, where each will play individual matches against their opponents. So obviously, the team that accumulates the most points will be crowned the champion. So last year, for the first time since 1937, the same 4 teams competed in the playoff in back-to-back years. Those were Huntington Valley 1, Lulu 1, Marion Golf Club 1, and Philadelphia Cricket 1. If they can do it for a 3rd year in a row, that would certainly be an extraordinary feat and definitely a record. All right, so here we go. As I forgot to change the slide for Kirby's changes, so there's the first faux pas of the morning. Anyways, we're going to move right into the brackets. Here we are. First team into the bracket, Lulu Country Club 1. A perennial contender of late, Lulu is again one of the favorites to take home the hardware. Lulu won its first and only BMW GTM title in 2022, but they are strong and they'll be a tough out for anybody who draws them. Next up, Ledge Rock Golf Club 1. Founded in 2004, Ledge Rock hopes to become only the 2nd team from Berks County to win the team matches. The only other? Reading Country Club, 1979. Third into the bracket, the 1912 Club, a Combs family favorite, with our very own Dalton Balthaser, the reigning club champion representing. This is the 1912 Club's 2nd year in Division AA. And the fourth team into Section 1, Lanark Country Club, my home club. And no, I'm not playing because I'm not that good. Kirby will tell you that. A regular in the top bracket though, Lanark is one of 3 clubs tied for 3rd in overall BMW GTM wins with 7. Its last victory, 1938. There's Section 1. We're moving on to Section 2. Philadelphia Cricket Club. Well, it took the Cricket Club a while to win its first BMW GTM title, that being in 2013. Just think about it, they were a founding member in 1897, so it took them a little bit. But it has claimed 5 championships now since that 2013 victory, including one in 2022. Its neighbor right down the road, White Marsh Valley Country Club. White Marsh returned to Division AA in 2021. It has 3 team match victories, 1941, 42, and 1947. Quick fact, the 1942 win was the last one before the association took a 3-year hiatus from the team matches due to World War II. And of course, it's the home of our favorite guy, Jaywood Platt, where we're going back for the amateur championship this year. Third into the bracket, Overbrook Golf Club. Overbrook put it all together for a stunning victory in 2014, its last title. It too has 7 victories. Again, that's tied for 3rd overall. Overbrook's roster includes the immediate past president of GAP, our favorite, Oscar Mestre. And the last team into Section 2, Saucon Valley Country Club 1. This is Saucon's 3rd appearance in Division AA. Thank you, Matt Matari, appreciate the help. It visited the top tier in 2018 and 22, but is still in search of its first playoff appearance. All right, Kirby, a lot to digest there in the first 2 sections. Quick thought.
I mean, if you're gonna put a name on those 2 sections, you may as well call it the grind. Uber competitive. Better bring your best 12 every week. Certainly gonna be tough to unseat Lulu or Philly Cricket from their spots. If you had 2 dark horses in there, you might go 1912 Club and Saucon Valley.
All right. Good stuff there, Curb. Section 3. First one in, another GAP founding member club, Marion. Marion won the very first team match title in 1897. It won its last of 4 titles in 2003 and the closest playoff ever. It won the title that year in 2003 by 0.25 points. Yes, a quarter of a point. Scoring system was a little different back then, but an amazing accomplishment. First time, we'll see a second club on there. This is Lulu Country Club 2. Another appearance for Lulu. The second team made its first appearance in Division AA in 2023. Last year, it finished 2nd in its section to Philly Cricket 1. Third into the bracket, DuPont Country Club 1. Our lone Delaware state rep, DuPont returns to Division AA for the first time since 2017. It does have 1 team match victory, and that came in 1959. And our 4th team in Section 3 is Aronimink Golf Club, the 3rd founding member of GAP in Division AA, obviously with Cricket and Marion. It too has 7 team match victories to its credit, the last coming in 1962, and as we all know, Aronimink's the home to perhaps the greatest amateur golfer in history, or definitely in the state of Pennsylvania, R.J. Siegel. Section 4, Huntington Valley Country Club, team number 1, the gold standard of team matches. It is the reigning champion and has won a record 34 team match titles. Captain Andrew Mason is in his 3rd year, and he looks to keep the momentum going. Glenmora National Golf Club 1, the lone Northeast, or Anthracite Golf Association representative. Glenmora has been a Division AA staple since 2010, so a great run for Glenmora. It has made the playoff twice, that coming in 2010 and 2017. Second time we've seen a Philadelphia Cricket name, Philadelphia Cricket Club 2. The Cricket Club was the first to have two teams in Division AA. That happened when Team 2 bumped up in 2016. Cricket 2 has made the playoff twice, in 2018 and 19, but is still in search of its first team match title. That's Cricket 2, obviously. And last team into Section 4, Tavistock Country Club. Tavistock carries the hopes of New Jersey as its lone representative. They were a unit back in the day. Tavistock won 3 titles in a row from 2004 to 6 and won 4 in 5 years, adding a title in 2008. Quick little nugget on Tavistock. Since GAP started keeping track of player records and points accumulated by players in 2008, the top individual earner is a Tavistock member. In fact, the top 3 earners all call Haddonfield home. The leader of that group, Bob Arthur. So there you have it. The top bracket in Division AA. Here's a quick review. Section 1, Lulu 1, Ledrock 1, 1912 Club 1, Lanark 1. Section 2, Cricket 1, White Marsh 1, Overbrook 1, and Saucon Valley 1. Section 3, Marion 1, Lulu 2, DuPont 1, Aronimink 1, and Section 4, Huntington Valley 1, Glenmora 1, Cricket 2, and Tavistock 1. All right, Kerb, that's a pretty strong group.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you look at those teams in 3 and 4 there, I think the thing that jumps out to me is the 2 number 2 teams, the depth of those clubs to have 2 teams in the top level is quite amazing. Marion and Huntington Valley, lots of young, good talent there, obviously. Going to be tough to unseat them from their positions. If I had to pick a dark horse there, might be Glenmora with their experience in the championship or at the championship and having been in that AA level for a while.
And pretty good representation of the entire GAP territory with these teams. So we'd love to reveal all brackets of the divisions, but we do have to get back to work. We do have a new BMW GTM portal you should check out, with the complete schedule is now posted again. That's at gapgolf.org. So for Kirby Martin, I'm Marty Imino. Thanks for taking time to tune in this morning. It's almost time to tee it up for the 2024 BMW GAP team matches.